roll call. James Floyd will do roll call.
Thank you. Trustee Baker,
Here.
Trustee Boyd,
Present.
Trustee Cottle,
Here.
Trustee DeLay,
Here.
Chair Smith,
Here.
Vice Chair Carboyak. Vice Chair Carboyak, since you're participating electronically, in accordance with TCA 8-44-108, there are two questions I'll need.
You're breaking up, Council Floyd.
As you're participating electronically, there are two questions pursuant to TCA 8-44-108 that will need to be answered for the record. First, are you able to hear me and the other trustees clearly so that you can participate in the meeting?
Yes.
Second, are there other individuals in the room with you? And if so, please identify them.
No.
The minutes will reflect that Trustee Carboyak is able to hear those present in this room and that no one is present in the room with her.
Okay. That's pretty brave. It's got to be the same.
Chair Wright,
Here.
That's good.
Trustee Carpenter,
Present.
General Huber. Mr. Massaro. We have a quorum.
Where's McNally there?
Okay, thank you. So our first action item is approval of the minutes, and you've had a chance to review those in the materials before the committee meeting today. And do I have a motion for approval
So
of the
moved.
minutes? And do I have a second?
That would have been a mock.
Second.
Okay, any discussion about minutes? All right, because our vice chair is remote, I assume we need to do a voice, individual voice vote.
Yes.
So if you'll proceed with that, please.
Trustee Baker,
Present.
any A or nay on the vote,
Minutes.
please?
In favor.
Thank you. Trustee Boyd,
Yay.
Trustee Cottle,
Approve.
Trustee DeLay,
Approve.
Chair Smith,
Yay. Be quiet the rest of the day. Another mess.
Vice Chair Carboyak,
Approve.
Chair Wright,
Approve.
motion carries.
All right. So our next action item is approval of degrees under consideration, and Vice Provost Amy Aldridge Sanders will present, since our provost is traveling today.
Yes. Good morning, President McPhee, Chair Wright, and members of the Academic Affairs, Student Life, and Athletics Committee. I'm Dr. Amy Aldridge Sanford, Vice Provost for Academic Programs, and on behalf of Provost Mark Burns, it is my pleasure to be before you twice this morning to discuss the state of academic programs at MTSU, which I hope you will agree is very good and has some potential for growth. First on the agenda today is the approval of 5 master's degrees under consideration. Because it is a little unusual, this is tab 2, because it is a little unusual for us to bring you so many at the same time, please allow me the opportunity to explain how and why that happened, because it is very intentional. In partnership with the College of Graduate Studies leadership, our offices put together a cohort of 10 faculty to build out the graduate degree portfolio with programs that are low cost because they utilize existing resources already on our campus, but are much needed in the geographic region. At MTSU, you may know that we currently boast 40 master's level degrees, including 19 Masters of Science, 8 Masters of Arts, 4 Masters of Education, and 9 other similar designations, including the MFA, MPS, MLS, MSW, MSN, MPH, MBA, and the MAC. Many of these degrees also include concentrations, bringing us well above that 40 total. Admittedly, the existing master's portfolio is impressive and comprehensive, but we think we can do better to serve the current and future needs of our workforce in Middle Tennessee. We also embrace that the future of MTSU's enrollment growth requires a healthy, modern graduate portfolio, especially at the master's level. Recently, Graduate Dean David Butler, along with the Associate Dean Don McCormick, reviewed 5 years of localized feasibility studies and national trends in graduate education. They identified dozens of potential new degree programs for MTSU and recommended that they be 30 credit hours, all of them, and completely online, to better serve the people who we believe will be most attracted to these options. Dean Butler and I shared these recommendations with the provost, college deans, department chairs, and faculty. This initial cohort was born, and you have before you today the first 5 of those degrees that CGS initially identified, including an MA in Organizational and Professional Communication to be housed in the Department of Communication Studies and the College of Liberal Arts. 2 graduate degrees from our ever-growing, nationally unique College of Media Entertainment. And those 2 degrees are an MS in Digital Media and an MS in Music Business. We also have a cutting-edge, much-desired degree in modern times, an MS in Project Management that is being ushered by the Jones College of Business, but will include contributions from across the academic campus community. And finally, the MS in Tourism and Hospitality Management to build on our very popular undergraduate degree with the same name. There's more detailed information available in your packets, including summary paragraphs about each program. We are asking your permission today to just further explore these degrees and potentially submit letters of notification to the Tennessee Higher Education Commission for all or some of them in the very near future. I am more than happy to take questions. We also, you may notice we have a large crowd today. We have discipline experts in the room, including faculty cohort members. We're very glad to see you all. They will be the ones who will conduct the research, write the LONs. I'm just the helper, right? And we hope that you'll give them that affirmative vote today so they can move on and do that.
All right, thank you. Wow, that's impressive. This university is fabulous at identifying the needs of this geographic area. So we'll have a motion, a second, and then discussion. Any one want to put forth the motion?
So moved.
Okay, a second, any discussion?
Yes. Dr. Sanford, talk a little bit about your faculty needs and requirements. Were these to be pursued? I know you've considered it and thought about it some.
Yes, and that is something that cohort is starting to talk through. So our cohort has 6 meetings. We already had 2, and we're bringing in different people to have these conversations with them, including conversations about existing resources they may need. One of our first visitors was actually Julie Roberts, who's the CAO for THEC. She came in and met with us in person and had a wonderful conversation. So for most of these programs, we feel that they can get started with the faculty and resources they have. Now, as they grow, and that's going to be important, right? There can be benchmarks for when they hit certain points where we may need to add faculty resources. But overall, we feel pretty good for these 5 about the equipment they already have, the classroom space they already have, and the teaching faculty.
Thank you.
Amy, this may be premature. May be premature, but just in the Masters of Arts in Organizational and Professional Communication, it sounded like in reading the little blurb about it that it might be a good fit for the Dale Carnegie course to be in there. Is that being considered, or?
So Trustee Boyd, this is actually my discipline, so I'm very happy to speak to communication. Yes, Dale Carnegie is very well thought of in the communication discipline and someone we study as a fundamental person in the discipline. So it wouldn't surprise me, Dee Prittis is in the room, Dr. Prittis, who's writing that proposal. It wouldn't surprise me to see some connections to JCOB and the Dale Carnegie School.
And one other question, I noticed in the Master of Science in Project Management, there's included the certification program there, which is great. Is there a certification on the tourism hospitality management? Do they have certification programs where that would also be available?
I don't believe there's a certification program, but there is a specific accreditation we can pursue there. And Elizabeth Whelan, who couldn't be with us today, we have interim Dean Turnage in the back. They are pursuing that accreditation because it will make us stand out in the field. Although we're already doing very well without it, we would just do better with it.
Great. Thank you.
So this is Chris Karbaliak. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Super, thank you. Just a couple of quick questions. One for my edification, because I'm not smart in this area, and so if you could help me with that. And second, a question with respect to some of the materials that were circulated. First, with respect to the edification question, I note that the Master of Science in Business Music is an MS. Is there a reason why it is Master of Science and not Master of Arts? That's just for my own edification. And the second question relates to the materials that were circulated. It said that pending the approval of the board and the results of feasibility studies, the university may submit a letter of notification to THEC. So the first part of that question is, are these feasibility studies, if they haven't been conducted, will they be reported back to the board? And second, I'm assuming that rather than saying that the university may submit, it is the university's intent to submit a letter of notification. That's it.
Thank you. So for your first question, I would say the difference between the MS and the MA is still rather debatable, right? We can still make that change to these proposals. I am not confident why the MS was chosen there. We have a person in the audience who is working on that. Can you speak to that, Amy? Do you want to? You will need to come up to the mic. May she come up to the mic?
Absolutely.
Okay. Professor Macy, you want to come up? And I'll speak to the other question you asked about feasibility studies. This one's a little backwards because we actually had the feasibility studies first, which is to our advantage when we submit these things, that we know there is a market demand. So there's not only a demand from workforce, there's also a demand from potential student populations. So we've already done that work here. Now, as they start to work on the LONs, the letters of notification, there's going to be other things they have to complete, right? They're going to talk about feasibility, but they're also going to talk about the job market need. They're going to show real numbers when it comes to enrollment projections. And as we start having those conversations, sometimes we decide we don't need to submit it. In conversations with the provost and the president, we just decide it's not the right time for us, or this isn't the right place for it. And that could still happen. That's why we use the language of may there to give us that room to make a different decision should we need to. We want to be very responsible, especially fiscally responsible.
So can we expect that you would come back to the board should you choose not to submit a notice of a letter of notification, so that we just are aware of the process and the status?
We can do that. Also, you all will see, so the LON is the first piece that goes to THEC. They look at that and give us feedback. And then there's the second piece, which we call a NAP, which is a program proposal, basically. That piece, the LON and the NAP together, come back to the board before we send it to THEC. So you do get another chance to look at this with far more details. To help make those decisions if we move forward.
Super, thank you.
You're welcome. Professor Macy, you want to speak to why an MS and not an MA?
Thank you for the question. We've had some very strong conversations regarding an MS over an MA, one of which is the fact that our curriculum at this current time, the way that we are looking at bringing that together, is an extension, if you will, of our Bachelor of Science that our current music business degree is formulated. We are also looking at bringing forward some quantitative research that's a part of the master's program that's coming out of some other disciplines. So we're bringing in some more scientific research that's a part of what we are looking at bringing into this master's program. So this is not just an artistic endeavor, if you will. This is not about being creative as much as it is a scientific approach to business. So the MS seems to be a more appropriate labeling of what we're doing. It's not storytelling as much as it is about being business articulate. Then the other part of what we are being is that our program is, I think I'll just leave it at that. We are about a Master's of Science. We have done some competitive look at the other programs that are out there. There are, at this point, I believe 3 to 4 Masters of Arts that are in the nation only, that are music business. We would be singularly the only Masters of Science at an accredited state university online. So that should be distinguishable to our program at this time. I think that's worthy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Chairman,
Yes, yes.
I'd like for the minutes to reflect that we get whichever one of these 5 or all that we take, that we get a 3-year and a 5-year, so that we make sure it's accretive to our community and or bottom line, and hopefully both. But I'd like for somebody to look back 5 years from now and say, that was a great deal, or, maybe we should combine that or do away with that. So if the minutes would reflect that, that'll help future people probably.
Mr. Chairman, that's a very good point. And in fact, we are required to have benchmarks during those periods by THEC that leads to the university making the decision to either get rid of the program. We have program productivity, so that information is kept, and we have to send that to THEC. We certainly can bring it to the board. Madam Chair, if I may, I would like to add just a few brief comments to put all this in perspective. First, all of these degree programs are ready to work. It's one of our themes, and one of the comments that we hear from legislators and others that we provide. We don't give these degree programs that, kind of up in the air without relating to the work, the world of work. Secondly, historically, MTSU has been held back from offering master's and doctoral programs because of the Gaia lawsuit years ago. So we are at a significant disadvantage when it comes to the formula, and also our ability to continue to meet the Carnegie classification as a major research institution, because it's based on the level of your graduate programs. So we are playing catch up. If you look at the total amount of graduate programs that we have compared with, say, Knoxville or University of Memphis or even Tennessee Tech, we are way behind. And it wasn't until recently that we were able to offer master's program and doctoral program. And so in addition to just providing these career-ready degrees, it also is a part of moving the university forward, particularly as we look at moving from a Research 2 to a Research 1 institution.
Dr. McVie, a brief question. So when you mentioned ready to work, this talks about, may submit a letter of notification. Assuming all that moves forward, when would these programs start?
It would be very ambitious to hope for a fall 24 start, but I'm pretty ambitious. So that's what we'll try for. We'll try to get these up and running as quickly as possible. That's why we're using this cohort model, which is very unique. I've been doing this work for about 7 years. I was at another institution before here. I've never seen a cohort model like this. We think, because we are at this disadvantage that President McPhee speaks of, we think this could get us the boost we need to get our programs up to speed. We're missing opportunities right now, for certain.
Any other comments? And Chairman, do you want that to be, or James, should that be an amendment to the motion about the follow-up, or can that be
It
handled?
can be
through-
reflected in the minutes.
Okay, through the process, through the minutes,
That
okay.
that suits me.
All right, very good. So we'll have an individual voice vote for this motion.
Trustee Baker,
Approve.
Trustee Boyd,
Approved.
Trustee Cottle,
Approve.
Trustee DeLay,
Approve.
Chair Smith,
Approve.
Vice Chair Carboyak,
Approved.
Chair Wright.
Approved.
Motion carries.
Okay, thank you. So our next action item is approval of an honorary degree, and Mary Hofschwell will be the presenter for this.
Good morning, President McPhee, Chair Wright, members of the committee, other trustees, and members of our audience. I am here to represent Provost Burns and to address the item that's under tab 3 in your binders. As you know, university policy requires that the president must recommend nominees for honorary degrees to the Board of Trustees for approval. An ad hoc committee of faculty and staff has reviewed and recommended the nomination of Mr. John Floyd, a real estate developer and philanthropist, to receive an honorary doctorate degree. And you can find a biography of Mr. Floyd in your binders under tab 3. In concurrence, President McPhee recommends to the Board of Trustees that Mr. Floyd receive an honorary doctorate degree at the May 2023 commencement ceremonies.
So moved, Madam.
All right, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
And any discussion? All right, very good. We'll take a individual voice vote.
Trustee Baker,
Approve.
Trustee Boyd,
Approved.
Trustee Cottle,
Approve.
Trustee DeLay,
Approve.
Chair Smith,
Approve.
Vice Chair Carboyak,
Approved.
Chair Wright.
Approve.
The motion carries.
Motion carries. All right. So that concludes our action items. Now we have some information items, and the first one is the annual report of academic program actions to discuss the program level curriculum changes, and that will be presented by also Provost Sanders.
So now we're going to talk about tab 4, which is the 22 annual report of academic program actions. I arrived here in February of 2022 and was immediately impressed with our internal processes for vetting and approving curriculum actions on our campus. We have a process, I will assure you, that respects expertise and allows for true faculty governance, while also making room for the voices of deans and other administrators responsible for resource allocations so they can be heard and considered. I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize faculty originators who write all these proposals, department chairs and school directors, dean's offices, curriculum committees, and Mitzi Brandon and Paula Callahan in my office who are here today because they work every day to manage thoughtful curriculum change on our campus. Their hard work allows for the timely publication of annual academic catalogs and THEC quarterly program inventories that are accurate, continuing to build on our institution's incredible international reputation. Before you is the 22 report. We do an annual calendar report for you all. Remember, everything you see here was proposed by a departmental faculty member and agreed upon by the greater campus community. There's nothing terribly unusual about this year's report. I do want to just say something about the last entry, which is the program credit hour changes, because there's a little bit of volume there. What we found is that we weren't always giving graduate students the correct amount of hours to finish up theses or other culminating requirements. And unfortunately, that was sometimes affecting their eligibility for aid because they were going over allowable hours. So we saw that problem, and Associate Dean McCormick was able to work with the programs to get that tightened up or expanded as needed. So I will stop there, and I'm happy to take any questions about this 2022 report.
Madam Chair, if I may, to Chairman Smith earlier comment, I draw your attention to page 17 And we actually got some compliments of this during the budget hearing in the legislature. We were one of the few universities that showed termination of programs because of either irrelevancy or lack of productivity. And as you can see, a number of concentrations and bachelor's and master's program have been deleted or terminated as a result of some of the benchmarks.
Okay, thank you for,
So I do have a question as well with respect to those terminations, Madam Chairman, and Amy. Certificate in Aviation Services and Certificate in Aviation Business, just given the focus on the aviation education programming that MTSU is so proudly championing, wondering if this termination of those two certification programs is something that is related to sort of elevating those programs, or if there's a lack of interest, or what the reasoning is behind that.
Yes, my understanding is that it's a resource issue, and they wanted to put their time and attention on their actual degree programs, which is where their demand was.
Okay, so there's not, that's not going to impact any existing students? I mean, are there?
No, we always have a phase-out plan with any termination to make sure that anything a student was promised in a catalog is, they're given enough time to complete. And I don't believe we have anyone currently enrolled in those programs. No, I'm getting an affirmation that we do not have anyone currently enrolled in those programs. Yeah.
Got it. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Dr. Sanford?
Yes.
Since there's those two certificates and then there's another certificate in activation, does that mean that maybe we're moving away from certificates, or, because I know certificates are a popular part of education right now. So I don't know, that kind of stood out to me as there were several certificates we were deleting.
Yes, Associate Provost Hochschwelly and I have a lot of conversations with people about certificates because they do require a lot of work, right? They require the same amount of assessment, as any degree program does. And the federal government has often been really hard on certificate programs because of some prior abuse by for-profit institutions. And so we're careful about that. I think a lot of our programs, a lot of our leadership is deciding it's not worth all that effort for the small SCH and head count, especially in current times when we need to be really careful with how we spend our money and our time.
But I will say we are strategic in that regard, and I give an example of the Data Science Institute. There are a number of programs where the demand is there in working with business and industry that we are paying attention to. So we're not eliminating broad-basely certificates. We're being very strategic.
okay. All right, any other discussion, questions for Vice Provost Sanders? Thank you so much.
Well done.
Very well done. I know, very.
Open my head just.
All right, our next information item is application and admission report with our Vice President, Vice Provost Deb Sales.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. Happy time to be here with you as our numbers continue to look good for the fall semester. We're now working off of our March 1 report of application and admissions for freshmen and transfer undergraduates. We will be next week, I believe, sending out our first notifications to admitted students that they can register for our customs orientation program. And enrollment will begin when we start the customs orientation program in May. So we don't yet have enrollment numbers, but our application numbers for freshmen are up 14% as of March 1. Admits for freshmen up 5%. And we're beginning to claw our way back on those transfer numbers that bottomed out during COVID. So we're up 7% on transfer applications and up just a little over 2% on transfer admissions. We did add that new scholarship this past year, and that is being very fruitful for us. We are watching our scholarship numbers. Students have nationally until May 1st to accept their scholarships, so we don't have final numbers yet, but they are trending upward, and we expect to have a much larger number of students who are able to enjoy our scholarship program since we were able to expand it last year. So all of that's good news. Overall, our total apps are up by just under 13%. 9%, and our total admits are up just under 5%. A lot of that, I think, has to do with how successful the work of the admissions staff and faculty and chairs and other advisors and so on have been as we've welcomed students to our campus. We know that the number one predictor of whether or not a student is going to enroll is whether or not they ever set foot on our campus. And so we've really worked hard this year to either take our campus to them through the True Blue Tours or to bring them to campus for a campus tour or one of our many campus events. And this fall, I'll just mention briefly that our True Blue Tour receptions, we saw 1,008 prospective students at those True Blue Tour receptions, as opposed to 830 of them last year. We had 318 counselors at our luncheons, as opposed to 274 last year. And we have already exceeded the number of prospective students on our campus for our Preview Day program from all of last year. And we still have one more Preview Day to go in 2 weeks here in March. So we will be up significantly in the number of students coming to our Preview Days. We right now have 539 prospective students registered for that Preview Day in March. So it's all looking very good. Campus tours last year in the whole cycle, which goes from August 1 to July 31st. Last year in the entire tour cycle, we saw just over 9,000 students. And this year, we've already seen 6,300 students on our campus for campus tours with 5 months to go. So we are getting them here to our campus, and I think you're seeing that reflected in our numbers for fall. So we're feeling good. We'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll have April 1 numbers coming up. That'll give us a glimpse in May 1, and then in June, we'll begin to look at the enrolled student numbers. Questions?
What does 14%, what's the number on that? I mean, how many?
It's an increase of 1,587 applications.
And last year we had how many?
Last year,
Last
year at this point, we had received 11,222 apps, and this year we've received 12,809 freshman applications.
Madam Chair, the other point I want to make, good question about application admits. We don't admit every application that comes to the university, and you see the difference in the numbers that Dr. Sells gave between application and admissions. Even during the tough time of pandemic, we have not compromised our academic standards. And we're seeing the result of that, as you have seen, is the increase in our retention and graduation rates. I tell folks that if we were to open up prior to, say, 19 years ago, where ACT scores were not very high and we just admitted everybody, we perhaps could have been 30,000. We want to focus more on quality than on quantity, and those numbers really show it in terms of applications and admits.
That freshman admit number is up 402 students over last year at this point. We also have run into an interesting problem with Rutherford County, which is, of course, one of our biggest contributors to our freshman class. They passed a rule in the county that they will no longer print ACT scores on student transcripts, high school transcripts, which slows down our admission process. That means that we have to get not only their transcript, which we can usually get our hands on pretty quickly, but the student has to actually affirmatively go into ACT to the corporation and ask to have their ACT scores sent to us. So you're also seeing a little bit in here of, I expect those admit numbers to go up once we can finally get our hands on all the ACT scores. It's just slowing us down a little bit this year.
Strange.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sales. All right, our next and last information item is Chris Massaro with the athletics report. Chris, you have a smile on your face these days.
I do, Chairman Wright. So thank you for being here. And it is March Madness, and have good news to report that we just finished our Conference USA basketball tournaments. Just a couple of points of fact that during the regular season we had great results. We were the only school in the conference to receive byes in the tournament. We were the only, both for men and women. We were the only team in the tournament where both the men and women made it at least to the semifinals. The men lost a close, heartbreaking game in the semifinals to Florida Atlantic, who's a 9 seed and nationally ranked. They're a 9 seed in the NCAA tournament. We lost by 3 points. And the women continued to roll. They're ranked number 25 in the country. They won the tournament with an easy victory over Western Kentucky. And on Sunday night, we're selected to participate in the NCAA tournament. We will play in Durham, North Carolina against the University of Colorado Saturday night at 7 p.m. We're seeded 11th in the tournament, and if we win that game, we will play Monday at a time to be announced by ESPN. They'll do those announcements of TV times sometime Saturday evening, and then if we win Monday, we'll go to Seattle for the Sweet 16. So that's all really good news. Rick Insel and the women's basketball team are great representatives of our university. I think another thing that makes Dr. McPhee and I most proud is that not only are they bringing home championship trophies, but their team GPA the last 2 or 3 semesters has exceeded 3.5. And so they're great student athletes, they're model student athletes, and they're a gritty bunch that's going to hopefully have a lot of success in the NCAA tournament. So Dr. Sells talked about high school students coming to our campus, and last week and this week we're really proud to host the TSSAA girls and boys basketball tournaments. So this week the boys are playing. Their event started today through Saturday. I think it's like the 45th straight year that MTSU has hosted that tournament. It's a great partnership with TSSAA, and we're just excited to have them on our campus, and all the cheerleaders and students and parents and all those kind of people that follow that. Just a quick Bill Blue update. If you drive by our tennis complex, you're starting to see actual activity, things coming out of the ground, which is great, that they're forming up the tennis building, so you can see all of it. The Student Athlete Performance Center will begin demolition right at the end of the semester. So you'll see a lot more visible activity on that particular project just a day or 2 after graduation. So thank you. Things are going well in athletics, and we've got great student athletes that we're proud to represent us, and our game will be on ESPN News. If you're not able to see it, it'll be 6 o'clock local time on ESPN News. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, and thanks for all the people in this room that are supporting Bill Blue. Can't say that enough, can we? All right, that concludes our meeting. I don't have any other closing remarks. Do you have any remarks, Mr. President?
No, Madam Chair, thank you.
Okay, all right, so the meeting is adjourned, and will we,
Have a 5-minute break and we'll start over.
all right.
When is our board meeting?
I agree.